Thank you all for being here, for being now, for being present. I want to just come here and shine my light on each and every single one of you guys. This is something that I've really been putting a lot of time, energy towards is building everything that I'm about to talk to you guys today here on the live. I know that I've been able to help so many people, which has been probably one of the biggest blessings, truly, just to be able to see the amount of lives, that we've been able to impact and empower from simply educating them on information that is out there that is for us, but we're just not aware of, that we haven't been taught. I always say I teach what is not taught in the schooling systems, but I believe it's vital for each and every single one of us to know the information and the teachings that I am bringing forth to all of you guys. So today we're going to talk about different credit hacks to help you guys get started with real estate. I'm going to show you guys how to analyze a deal. We're also going to go over some of the most important things to know when it comes to real estate. So those are the three things we're going to talk about: credit loopholes, how to analyze a deal so that we can leverage and get in with our credit, and then just all in all, the most important things to know before getting into real estate. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and drop something, at least one thing in the chat box that all of you guys are grateful for. See, I believe that in order to attract all of life's comings, you must be in a state of gratitude, because gratitude and love are the highest frequencies. And when you're vibrating on those frequencies, you can only attract things in alignment with those frequencies as well too. So credit loopholes, so some things that you want to look at on your consumer report. See, I always talk about controlling the consumer report, because if we can control the consumer report, we can dictate what that credit score is going to say and tell us. So with that being said, family, what I mean by that is, if you guys go out and if you guys are building out the report, the credit score is going to be a 750, 800, just off the rip. So what I mean by that is there's 6 data points that we want to look at before even going out and acquiring any line of credit, investing into any credit or any real estate. There's certain data points that we want to have met on our consumer report. So number one is going to be no late or missed payments. Number two is going to be our utilization below 10%. I know they typically teach us 30%, but 10% is going to positively help build out your guys' report. The third thing is we want to have 10 open accounts. We want to have payment history that we can have and go back and show for. And then number four, to touch on the 10 open accounts, is we want to have some history with those accounts as well too. So a lot of these accounts like Rental Karma or Rent Reporters, we can backdate and add history. I talk a lot about authorized users and getting added on to maybe one of your parents' cards as an authorized user, so that you could at least add that history, that 10 years, that 20 years of that card and that account being open, which will ultimately reflect and report onto your report as well too. So that's what we have there. That's the fourth one. The fifth one is 2 to 3 inquiries. Right, we only want to have about 2 to 3 inquiries. The more inquiries that we have, if we have an abundant amount, it just makes us look at more of a risk. And then number 6 is 0 derogatory accounts. So if you guys got any collections, charge-offs, evictions, repos, any of those, we're going to want to get those accounts removed off of our report. All right, family, there you all have it. So those are the 6 data points. That's what you want to look for on your consumer report. If you do have those, we want to take action on consumer law, right? There's the big 3 sub-chapters that I always talk about and reference. There's tons and tons of videos here on this channel. I believe that's why I've gone through and done the things that I've done, so that y'all can go back and watch it. But along with that, I've actually passed on the credit side of the company to one of my business partners, one of my mentees. I was gonna say mentors. One of my business partners, though, who was once my mentee, who came in, didn't know anything about credit, wanted to know the system, came in, got started with our mentorship, and now he's a franchise. And so I'm super grateful to be in collaboration, and y'all are gonna see the new launch with the system and everything that we have going forth with the Personal Credit Blueprint. We're actually gonna rename the Personal Credit Blueprint, which is our automated, basically like our, disputing service. So y'all gonna see that's completely different. Sold that side to my business partner, and we're gonna make some moves on that end. I'm still gonna have my hand in it, and we're gonna do it together. But in terms of full control, pass that on to him so that I can strictly and full-time focus on what we are building here on the real estate side, within YBC and all of the things that we're doing. I'm actually launching a new company name, but it's going to be all within the umbrella of YBC. So I'm excited. What we're building really is a whole enterprise. We're going to have different investments. You guys can come in and invest with us, such as real estate. That's going to be the main one. We're going to be franchising out companies, which we've already been doing. We've got mentorships, we've got courses, where we're going to have some music stuff tied in. We're going to have some health sectors, things tied in. We're going to have the whole nine tied into everything that we have going on here in this space. So I'm excited, man. I'm grateful, and I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the people that, yes, have gone out and gotten their reports in order, but now are able to go out and leverage it and do business with me and my other business partners. So let's talk about some of the most important things when we're talking about real estate. So my biggest thing, and then we can talk about the type of real estate, that y'all want to invest into after we talk about the most important things. Number one is cash flow is king, and cash flow will get you through all of the cycles. If y'all could think back to 2008, 2009, right? Those are some of the hardest points, and that's when a lot of people got discouraged from investing in the real estate market because they were thinking too small. A lot of them were just going on the residential side, houses, etc. One investment that was not really affected much, if at all, by the 2008 and 2009 crash, which there will be more crashes, and history does repeat itself. So with that being said, the one that withheld and actually still generated cash flow throughout the 2008 and 2009 crash is apartments. If we think about today's world, everybody is renting, especially, my generation, what do we call it, Gen X, Gen Z, I don't know, like 25, 26, 20s through 30s, are all heavily in, renting. I know I got an apartment up north in Washington, so what I want y'all to understand is everybody, just about my age is renting. That dream of home ownership isn't so much the dream after that 2008, 2009 crash that was pushed on Americans, and everything we're doing prior to 2008, 2009 crash. Now a lot more people are going out, and rather than just buying a house right away, they're renting an apartment. So apartments, I believe, are some of the best, if not the best investment. And at the end of the day, like I said, rule number one with the most important things to know is cash flow is king. Warren Buffett talks about, he has got like 3 rules when it comes to investing. Rule number 1 is don't lose money. So don't invest into something that you are going to lose money with. And rule number 2 is rule number 1, don't lose money, right? So if the investment can in any way, if you're iffy about it, if you're questioning whether or not it's going to generate cash flow, or you're going to, net profit, then it's probably not the best investment that you guys should make. So what I want you guys to understand is that cash flow is king. So that's number 1. Number 2 is how to analyze the cash flow of a property. So we got to know how to underwrite. We got to know the numbers. We got to know the cap rate. We got to know the NOI. We got to know all of these things. We got to know the debt that we're using to go ahead and go out and acquire the property with. We got to know what we're putting down. We got to know cash on cash, right? These are terms that we got to understand when we're getting in, stepping into the space, which give yourself time, to all come together. Number 3, kind of what I was talking about with how to analyze the cash flow of a property. Also know how to use cap rates to find great properties. All right, what is a cap rate? If y'all could drop in the comment section, what is a cap rate? I will go ahead and send you a free ebook. All right, I'll send you a free ebook. Number 5 is how to underwrite a loan. So I skipped ahead of myself a little bit. Number 6 is how to know how lenders are different and know which lenders to use and which lenders are best in the multifamily space. How to negotiate with sellers, buyers, and tenants. How to calculate the NOI, right? We talked about that. I also talked about knowing all the important real estate terms. We can cover a couple here. Drop a billions in the chat box, right? Billions, the word billions, if y'all want to hear some real estate terms that you guys could go study and go look into. And then number 10 is understand how the deal works and how to exit. All right, so these are vital when it comes to stepping into the real estate space, and what's going to allow us to go out and, like I said, in number 6, know which lenders to go to and which lenders are best with the types of properties that you guys are going out and looking to acquire. Make sure you guys have those business plans in place. Make sure you guys have a pitch deck in place to show the return on the investment. See, when it comes to commercial lending, they really honestly don't really care about one's credit score. What they're looking at is the return on the investment, on the business plan that you guys have in place. Okay, are you guys, yes, okay, we understand, the cash flow with just the rent and the amount of units, but y'all can also increase the cash flow by increasing rent, adding different amenities. This is why I love apartments, is because of all of the amenities and things that you can also add on. $10, $15, $20 a month for the key fob, for extra security, for parking, for you name it, family. So I want y'all to see the power in the cash flow you guys could generate by owning apartments, right? So that's where Credit Gotti is going to be putting a lot of time here, and has been. And as I'm traveling, going to be searching and finding a lot of deals, and it's a blessing, man. So how to analyze the deals, right? So y'all went through and what are some important things, but how do we analyze the deal? How do we know what is a good deal? Number one is to analyze yourself, right? So like I said, I'm gonna be going out and walking properties. All right, so go out, walk properties, go to, get connected with the broker, see if you're able to come see it one day, every single day as well too. Let's see, it's not on here, but make sure you guys are going through and analyzing through and finding different deals on, or let me see, did I want to go over that one with you guys? Yeah, I had a couple things I noted down I wanted to cover. Yeah, so analyzing, y'all can go to like LoopNet, y'all can go to Crexi. There's a lot of different sites where you guys can find just commercial real estate. Getting connected with the brokers themselves, so you guys can go through the brokers listings. The brokers got their own off-site listings as well that you guys want to see and get connected with. But looking at the brokers underwriting, so not just yours, but look at the brokers, and then even get an outside, third party underwriting done as well too. Number 3 is to have a debt expert underwrite. So 2, 3 going hand in hand. Number 4, use worst case scenario underwriting on your own end. Use best case scenario underwriting. We got like a whole method as well with that. Make sure the deal makes sense above all else, and that will do so. And you'll see, and men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. All right, so that's why I love real estate underwriting, because you can be so emotionally attached or stuck up on a property, but if the property ain't bringing in numbers, it don't matter. The bank, the investors, they're not going to see no value in it. All right, so it's all about, what makes sense. It's not about getting the most beautiful property right off the bat. Maybe there's a property that was from and built in the 60s or 70s that needs some refurnish, needs some things renovated. You renovate them. Now you just increase the property value tremendously. Now the equity in that property is, skyrocketed. On top of that, you're still bringing in the cash flow. On top of that, you're now increasing the rent, which is now a rent multiplier. Even more net profit. So I want y'all to see this, man. Underwrite the cost per unit, underwrite the gross rent multiplier. That's what I was just talking about. And then look for reasons to buy the deal. So real estate, key with underwriting, key with, getting these lenders. I want y'all to start building a list of different lenders. Freddie Mae. There's tons and tons of lenders. PNC is a great one as well, too. Even just going hand in hand with what I've been teaching you guys about in terms of dealing in what banks to go out with, and partner up with. The Truist, the PNCs, the Navy Federals. I've given you guys time and time again, go partner with them. Here's loopholes on how to get set up with them. Set up a checking account so you can build that relationship, because there's a lot of lending and money you guys are going to be borrowing from them, so that it could ultimately help you guys start up and build your businesses, start up and build investments. But at the end of the day, for me, once again, the name of the game is cash flow. The name of the game is cash flow. And with that being said, we got to generate cash flow. And what investments are going to bring you guys the most cash flow? It doesn't got to be the prettiest. It doesn't have to be the thing you're most passionate about. But at the end of the day, rule number one with investing from Warren Buffett is don't lose money. So what investment can you guys invest into where you guys are, not going to, lose your money? So once again, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, different hard money lenders. There's tons of people that are looking to put their money to work, especially, what is it? What are they? Millenniums or not millenniums? What are they called? Baby boomers. All the baby boomers, man, they're looking to put their money somewhere. I'm gonna see how I can pull a list of baby boomer business owners and get their information, or baby boomer investors and get their information, because they're out there, man, and they're looking to give away this money. They're looking to give it away to a young, hungry, striving individual just like me and just like you guys, So we got to study up. We got to get a part of mentorships. We got to get a part of, master classes. We got to get, and pay for seminars. We got to get in the rooms of these events so that we can therefore be making sure that we are acquiring the information to take action on. Because I can assure you guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Accessibility to certain information can potentially change one situation. I'm going to say that one more time because I believe and I know that slipped over a lot of you guys' heads. Accessibility to certain information can potentially change the future of one's future. I said that wrong. Accessibility to certain information can potentially change one's future. I still said it wrong. But it rhymes and it flows better, but I said it's in terms of what I'm getting at. Access to information can potentially change your future, and accessibility to certain information can potentially change one's situation. That's all it is. Not even one's future situation, but one situation. So I'm gonna say it again. Accessibility to certain information can potentially change one's situation. Man, I couldn't have said that, honestly. It couldn't have been said any better, honestly, because that's all it is, just access to information, right? These individuals that are wealthy, they got access to information. Same thing in this book that I'm reading daily, along with other books as well, too, along with studying other things as well. But this is what I've been doing. Where have you been, Gotti? I've just been reading. I've just been consuming so much information. I've just been a nerd, just learning, just taking it all in, and just, I honestly haven't even been traveling much neither. I've just been grounded. I've been back and forth from 2 states within the past probably month. I probably caught 2, maybe 3 flights, so nothing too hectic. But I've just been literally I've been skipping through this book, so let me show y'all what I mean. Just riding, man, just learning. So a lot of real estate. That's really all that has been, just consuming myself with information on real estate, and then just bettering myself, running every day 3-4 miles. I've been working out every single day. I've been meditating every single day. So the things I've been attracting, everything that I've been doing, it's been a blessing, so I'm grateful. Let's get it. Y'all have a blessed day. I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in. If there's anything y'all need from me, please reach out to me at our website. I dropped it down below in the description. Billionaires Club with a V, CLVB.com, and schedule a call. Me or one of my team members will be able to hop on 10 minutes, get any questions answered, get more insight as to where you're at, what you need help with, and then we'll be able to present and offer the things that we believe from what you've told us will be best for you with what you're looking for and looking to accomplish. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll see y'all very soon.